Alright, guys, today what we are going to teach and learn is the 5 quick steps and shortcuts that you need to know in Photoshop that will just save you a bucket load of time. Alright, these are very basic, fundamental. Some of you guys may already know this, some of you guys may not. But, these shortcuts, are just in themselves awesome. So, number one, this is the first tip I have for Photoshop users. It's the Control E and Control J. So let's say I make a brand new layer, right? And just go back to use paper size. All right, I have a piece of paper, right? And I draw something like a box. Why is it not working? It's black. Oh, there it is. I did. Okay, so I drew a box, right? And I like this box so much that I want to make another box. But I don't want it here. I want like to the right. So pressing Apple J or Command J will make you a brand new layer, copying all the previous contents from below. And now I can move it. And as you can see, there's the previous layer above and the top layer above. Now let's say I want to collapse it. I want to collapse these two layers. Now the shortcut key for that is Apple E. Apple E will take these two layers right here and collapse them into one layer. You use this so much in drawing and painting, it's not even funny. This should be like the first thing they teach you. So right now I'm going to do that. Okay, so now we have two collapse layers. Now the next thing I'm going to teach you is the rotate tool. Now this is in Adobe CS5 only. I don't believe they have in CS4, and if they don't, I mean, this tool is just awesome. I press R, and what it does is it allows me to rotate the canvas. Why is this so important? Well, most of us have Wacom tablets. I'm personally using an Intuos 3 Wacom tablet. I think it's much better than the Wacom 4. It's a lot more stable, sturdy, and it has more grip. So it allows me to, if you're using something like this and not a Cintiq, it allows you to hit the right strokes that you need. So if I want to hit that stroke, I'm having a hard time, but I can move my rotate tool till I get the right angle that I know my hand can hit very easily. And then it's almost straight. I can just do that over and over till I get it. Rotate. Is that great? It's awesome. Okay, and if I want to get back to the normal horizontal position, I press escape. So what you gotta remember is rotate and escape. Rotate and escape. Alright. Now the next tool that I'm gonna teach you how to use is the masking. So if you press M, that allows you to take something. Let's say I only want to copy part of this box. M allows you to mask, and then you could use Apple J, which is the first thing you learn, to move it to a whole new level. So look, I just copied this using the Apple J. So masking is really important. Stuff you may not have known about masking is you can also erase. If you press Alt and still hold it, it'll erase. So now I got a very complicated mask. So for example, how would I use that? Let's say there's this box here, right? And I want to color everything around it a different color, except for this box. What could I do? I could try and use this right here. And I could press Shift, and that'll allow me to use it again. And then I could use L for a lasso tool, and then add in. So I can get a very accurate mask. And then Shift Apple I reverses the mask. So I can take in this, and you're going to see some magic right now. And there you go. This is great for products when you need to do a background real quickly. So what you'll do is you'll mask the product, and you'll get something quick like this. Now, the fourth step I'm going to teach you is something that's sort of obvious, but for some reason it's not a very important tool in Photoshop. There's no control or shortcut for it. I've had to do an action list for it myself, but it is basically, let me just fill this all up first. I'm going to drop a color on all this real quickly. Make a new layer, drop it, multiply. The next great tool is the image brightness contrast. Perhaps you've used it at the end of your file when you've made it and you want to brighten up your picture. But you can use it for painting too. Like, let's say I had this cube and I have these colors and I want to make something really colorful. I mean really 3D. I could use the lasso tool, take the image adjustment, and from there adjust how dark I want it to be. This is great because you can literally control it by, microns of a percent to get where you need to be. In my opinion, that's, they should have that tool taught to everybody. It should have a shortcut key. For some reason it doesn't. I don't know why, who knows. Most people who are really good at Photoshop use this a lot. One of my teachers who worked at Walt Disney on open season taught this to me, and I remember it just blew my mind because I've always had a hard time rendering, and once I did this, my rendering skills just jumped through the roof. And the last thing I teach you is the levels tool. It's Apple L, and what it does is it allows you to just change things. It allows you to vary the different values. So if you have your image is something that's too monotone, you can use this to bump up the contrast and set it to wherever you want. Also, what's great about it is if you scan in the drawing and you have pencil, like little dirty pencil pieces, it's really easy to get rid of with the levels tool. So yeah, that was it. I hope these 5 tools are really good for you, and if you have any more questions, just give me a holler and I'll try and respond to them. Thank you very much.